and welcome to S Gaming as I take on S2V. We were a bit late into the game, S Gaming having already found the first round of Vertigo. S2V gonna be on a 4-squad as well. We'll be flipping with Scott Galil here and there, but Nator and Fame instantly open it up alongside RU Fire, as well as Kisa to instantly shut down S2V. It will be in the hands of David 1G, however, as Nator throwing that smoke, we're gonna catch him off guard fairly early on. David 1G 1 versus 5. He's done a good job with 5 so far, but the odds are definitely stacked against him. He's gone back to the bottom of ramp. Snator, an easy kill for him. As S Gaming make it 2. Will be a bit of an eco coming out from S2V here, not wanting to commit to anything too heavily. It will just be pistols. Looks like a very fast mid push actually. They run straight through that fire. That's so much damage done by RU Fire, living true to his name. As that nade can do a little more damage. It's 2 kills with that nade, the MP9s and M4 ringing true, and with that, S2V gets shut down on that eco round. S Gaming absolutely decimating S2V at the moment, having only found 3 kills in 3 rounds for the entirety of S2V. And as we go into a full buy, S2V really active actually. We'll see Kisa taking the initiative to push mid. He'll find that first player from S2V. And MD gonna follow up with a great kill onto RU Fire, finding his head very quickly there. No trade to be found from S Gaming either. S Gaming now, that molly and mid gonna buy themselves a bit of time. We've seen S2V going for that mid control, shifting around it, being a bit passive. Canarinto, that molly trying to force some of the players back. Fame not going too heavily. That smoke landing above him will allow him to potentially bait some players into his waiting crosshair. S2V pushing back round, looking like they want to commit to this A push. You see him shifting on forward. David 1G going to be in contact. And actually, Canarito tears the head clean off of Fame. A 3 versus 4 now for S Gaming on the defense. There's only 1 player on the safe site as that execution gets lined up. Set piece goes out, the flashes to follow. Canarito to lead the charge. And unfortunately, that timing isn't quite there. Senator going to fall instantly. As the remaining players for S Gaming are going to have a mountain to climb for this retake. We'll see that plant come through from Vasily. Push to follow. Vasily instantly takes down Dire. Now with that, Davig will find that final kill, and S2V now going to get their first round as they look to start clawing themselves back into this. Granted, it's only a 2-round deficit. S Gaming wanting to buy up into this again. They played a bit of a bonus. It will be that AWP in the hands of Kisa. And S2V again going for a very fast push towards ramp, showing some very heavy presence, as well as stacking up towards this B side. Dire going to be that point of contact. And the molly goes out, the set piece goes out, and S Gaming now he's fighting for this site. Unfortunately, Anox and NMT are going to find these 2 openings, instantly finding this B site. Senator wanting to hold a bit passively alongside his teammates as they look like they want to go and save. Kisa bringing out a shot to see if there's going to be any push before falling on back towards mid himself. And S2V with relative ease find their second round. That's S Gaming actually. From the looks of it, going to be forcing up into this yet again. They don't quite have the economy to do once more, so they are facing the prospect of being reset right now. STV wanting to gain that momentum. We've seen that they've been able to get so many bomb plants that they're in a prime position to extend their economy further, and they can afford to lose the next 2 rounds as well. S Gaming going for a bit of ramp control. Senator going to fall down to just 50 HP. The tap from Canarinto into a fair bit of damage. Actually, it looks like it will be a ramp control coming through. S Gaming will find Dirate taking down Davig to instantly open it up for S Gaming. Actually, now that they have ramp control as well, we're going to see S2V. They're going to be moving back towards mid, hoping to get a bit of a B split on before players who have helped take a full-on back. As you see them going down towards mid, looking to maybe retake ramp before they commit to anywhere just yet, as the push comes through. All 4 players stacked up, able to trade each other when you're packed in this close, like a mob. As the flash goes through from ramp, the push comes out, and contact made by S2V. We hear those AKs ring on out. Nest Gaming doing a good job just by staying alive, staying back, and buying a bit of time. There's only 40 seconds left. We can see a pretty strong play. That purple player getting that man advantage. Holding on back, he won't lose too much HP for his woes either. As S2V now, 2-man disadvantage, 30 seconds left. It goes into a 3-man disadvantage as Kisa able to take down NMT. As Enanox charge, however, Fame able to find Canarito. Enanox falls to Kisa, and S Gaming with complete comfort find their 4th round, leading 4-2, and we see that with the help of that AWP and rifles, they've actually not lost too much economy at all. They're going to have a chance to build it, and S Gaming especially, these CT teams where everything has to just rely very heavily on utility usage and map control. So Shushu comes out, right in mid, Kisa finding NMT to open it up. Kisa finding a second onto Enanox, as that S2V lose mid control instantly. The follow-up killers there from Fame, taking down Canarinto, Zorna Vasily and Davig. As Kisa finds Vasily, Davig now, that lone player spamming to see if he can just find anything. This is closed. Are you Fire? Able to take him down. As Davig now 1 versus 4. We see him just shifting around mid, realizing that the economy for S2V almost broken. They were able to buy the next 2 rounds and maybe force the one after. He's actually able to find Senator as well. And the question is, can he get a plant? That will decide if they can buy next round or not. The lineup is there. The push comes out. Down Kisa to just 25 HP. Follow up though, not yet to be found by Davig. He actually goes to the pushing up from shoulder, and Kisa will take him down. S Gaming taking their 5th round, 5-2 as they lead against S2V. SUV now in response going to be buying just pistols and armor. We won't see anything too heavy coming out from them. S Gaming going to look to extend their economy just that bit more. As SUV now stacking up towards this A site, pushing up from ramp. These pistols just sticking together, hoping to catch one of the guns from S Gaming out of position as they gain shoulder control. He's still going to spot this going forward and find that first player. That's what Bobby drops to jump up, looking for a second. He won't quite find the second though. Fame better support him though. Kisa continuing to ring out shots. He'll eventually find Vasily and empty up find Fame. Follow-up is there though. That's easy from Canarito. He's able to pick up an AK as well. The shot continuing to come through. And MT gonna find that Senator actually falling away. He'll find Dire as well. Trade is there though. Kisa will find him, small on Canarinto. He'll be found by RU Fire, and for S2V, they're considering it was just pistols and armor. They did absolutely amazing to get that many kills against S Gaming. Kisa now, in mid, he'll find Enonox to open it up. Follow-up is there as well. Direct finding David 1G and right second onto Vasily. NMT going to trade onto Kisa, but Senator going to regress further, leaving it all in the hands of NMT. Again, we've seen him in these clutch situations time and time again, and he has been known to get a few kills on this. We'll have to see if he can pick off any of these SK or S Gaming players before the round is up. He does have a minute as well to play with to really get into the heads of the S Gaming lineup. And at mid. RU Fire, taking him down instantly. S Gaming now 7-2. They lead against S2V. As a timeout will come through from them. And what do you do if you're S2V? Well, we've seen that S Gaming really like this AWP setup. Kisa is absolutely pivotal to their victory on the A site, so I would suggest a fast play, maybe a fast push up towards B, maybe a mid to B and try and get a crunch in there. But the catalyst for S Gaming in their takes and retakes has been that AWP, so if S2V can find a way to neutralize it, then they're going to be in prime position to get a couple more rounds. And as that timeout just ends, S2V looking to buy just pistols and armor. Nothing too heavy of an investment in this, as we see them wanting to at least have a stable economy when they go into their buy. This could mean full utility, it could mean an AWP in the hands, I believe it was Vasily, their AWPer. And that's getting with a 7-2 lead. They've definitely opened this round, or opened this game with extremely strong start. Bear in mind, this is just a best of one. So every round matters here, and we see them going for this fast mid play. The smoke goes out. RU Fire doing a great job to drop that molly and just fall on away with this team. And they'll find one. The follow-up comes to push it. Continues, and Dire finds one. Dire finds another. RU Fire finds one of his own, and Dire going to be on for a third as he takes them down. And that's a beautiful setup from SJ Gaming. And a beautiful hold from them. S2V, on the other hand, going to be going into a full buy. That pistol round just not quite working for them. As we wait to see what they have in store for us. And S2V now being very passive, we see them just stacking up in this default, not coming anywhere too heavily. They fight for ramp control. However, Senator going to swing wide, he'll find Canarito. And again, that's a man advantage in favor of S Gaming. We do see the remaining players from S2V stacking up towards this ramp area, not wanting to put anything too hard. And Enox able to get that trade onto Kisa. That's the AWP falling for S Gaming. The players in mid also being scared on away. The telltale signs of a B split being shown here as those two players, their presence in mid, almost fading away as they continue to shift on up. As Vasily slowly clearing that angle as methodically as he can. See how he jumping up wide for that first player. He's going to spot that second as well. Before deciding to fight him, Dari flashed out of position. Davik will take him down. Vasily finding one of his own. 10 seconds left now. 9 seconds. Senator and Fame. 2 versus 3 as they need to get a move on. They want to get towards this site. Bringing wide that additional player. And Davik is going to be able to take him down. It's all on Senator. 1 versus 3, AK in hand. That's a big finding the first, almost finding the second, but Elenox able to take him down. S2V gonna find that third as S Gaming leads 8-3. Now S Gaming again, going for this ramp control. See the push in very close. Spam coming through NMD. Wanting to prevent any push coming in from mid, but that's not where the aggression is. It's on ramp. We see Davig fighting on B ramp as well. So Ollie goes down, forcing to play that position as Nator gonna fall to his own utility there. Dire gonna fall to 10 HP on his own, and S2V have got a massive advantage going into this round, probably without realizing it. Actually, this push towards B ramp could prove to be very deadly for them. Swing comes forward, and unfortunately, no players to be found just yet. So we're going to see Dare moving back down towards this B site, wary of any push. My apologies. Push comes forward. Enonox going to be leading the charge for S2V as they commit to this B site. Nades go out. RU5 finding that first player. The trade is there, though. NMT able to take him down. The follow-up, though, will be found. Kisa finds a second onto Ananox as he's ready to push closer. 3 versus 2 now for S Gaming in this retake. And Canarito is going to have to be the player to watch out for. That player is that NMT is trapped on center site. He's been unable to get away just yet. As Kisa finds Canarito, the push comes forward. Fame. The spot NMT pushes there, and Kisa, what a shot as he takes him down. And Kisa going 20 kills to 3 deaths in just 12 rounds. An absolute incredible game from him so far. As S Gaming make it 9-3. It's STV now with a very fast smoke up towards A. Out towards B, my apologies. No, it was A. As the set piece goes out, the flash is the ball. S Gaming really fighting for ramp. They get one good smoke. Elenox able to trade though. The follow-up spam is there. However, no kills to be found just yet. As they actually push up this time for City, gonna eat a grenade, a 60 damage grenade onto him as Kisa now. Snapback, that's what these players will actually be legged down, uncharacteristically missing a shot. However, he is able to get away, sparing his life. So that Molly gonna buy him a bit more space as well. Senator now aggressing on the side. Off shoulder, he'll take down Vasily before falling on away. That Molly gonna make it hard for him, however, he will be able to get away. Follow-up Molly's from S Gaming, make this take so difficult. RU5 doing a fair amount of damage himself. Follow-up is there, and Avik and Enonox taking down 2 remaining players. Kisa finding one of his own. The remaining players for S2V are extremely low, 17 and 10 HP between them. And Kisa finds that first player, 22-3, as the man is playing out of his mind. NMT gonna swing for himself. That lone player on shoulder. Just 17 HP. That smoke goes down. The tap comes through. And then empty taken down. And S2 or S Gaming. That is an incredible retake for them.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And Kisa playing absolutely out of his mind right now. 22 kills to 3 deaths in just 14 rounds. S2V going to be on another buy round, and it's broken their economy. They've got they've got a fair bit of utility actually, but no AWP to be found, and lackluster money remaining. Fame bringing wide is going to sort that player instantly. Have a Canarito going to live with his life. Back down Dire as well. That player trapped centre fight. Flash comes out, push for them. Actually, Dire just aggressive. He'll be found eventually by Eninox. However, as that plant goes through, it will be a retake for S Gaming, and it's a very fast fight take. You fire on that close angle, doing the damage you can. As the boost comes through, Canarito going to find the Natal. Finding one of them. Spam comes through, and Eninox finding another. As it goes to 2 versus 4 now, and it looks difficult for S Gaming. Kisa will fall, and it's all on Flame now. 1 versus 4. Eninox will find him in the smoke, and S2V make it their 4th round. This gaming now, going to be drifting around, getting out of the commitment this time. It's Natal finding 1, the trade is there from Canarito though. A 4 versus 4 instantly, and Fame, he might just swing further to give you a spot. I think he will. He'll take down Canarito for Silly there to trade with that AWP though. Pushes in mid, Eninox spotting those players before falling on away. Finding that first player, Davig finding a second. 2 versus 2 now. S2V going to be in a fairly aggressive position as they're able to get into a CT spawn before committing to this B site, and it looks like Kisa might be wary of this. Davig with just 1 HP having to go first. That all brings out which will follow, and Kisa finds Davig. The follow up though, Eninox able to take him down. Dire going to be in a 1 versus 1 to end out the half. Will S Gaming make it 11, or will S2V make it 5? As Dire swings in from mid, unable to spot any player just yet. The drop is silent as well. As the push comes in. Swings there, and I think he spotted. No shot rings out. Dire, he does have a smoke for that molly. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite land as he picks up that AWP. Scope is there. Unfortunately, his shot doesn't ring out. 1 versus 1. This is covered now, and Eninox wins the 1 versus 1. S Gaming 10-5 as they lead against S2V. Now for that pistol round, going to be a fairly fast push towards this A site. There's not much utility for them at all. SUV on the other hand, a massive amount of utility. They're playing full retake. It's going to be smokes, mollies, flashbangs, all of which are going to be used in what would be a retake here if SKB are able to get to this A site without any contact. That ding from Fame going to be absolutely brilliant. onto Canarito. The tap comes through. Follow-up plant to follow. The first flash goes out. Every player there lined up, ready to... We'll go into the retake here. As the retake utility lined up, the set piece goes out. And as the molly lands, we'll have to see if STV can win with this retake utility. As the push comes forward, the boost is up there. And Fame able to find that first player. Knocking down what he can to find a second as well. Almost finding a third. He will. That's Facility able to trade Davik. Facility now. We're going to see what they can find. Facility finds one. Here's HP. The only player who's going to able to defend it. Kisa from behind and find that first player. He'll find a second as well. That's a great 2K for Kisa there. 25 kills for him in just 16 rounds as S Gaming lead 11-5 now. And S2V desperately needed that pistol round if they wanted to come back into this. The odds for them looking extremely low. From Fame, he's going to find anyone to open it up. That's a great little opening. He'll find another one with the help of RU Fire. And S2V, they went for this aggressive mid push. Unfortunately, it just did not work out for them. NMT and Canarito have to see what they can do against these remaining players. And as the push goes through, Slater are going to be able to get that plant, and S Gaming going to find their 12th, 12-5 as they lead against S2V. I say that early, S2V do still have 2 remaining players, and they don't seem to be going anywhere, maybe looking a bit of an exit where they can, but Dire spams down NMP. Canarito going to fade on away. He does only have a deagle and armor, and all things considered, he does still have enough utility to potentially, well not utility, sorry, enough equipment so maybe do some damage next round, considering that STV will be on an eco. As Fame takes down Canarito. Going to be a push towards this B stairs area. However, Canarito and maybe 1G both falling in the city. Going to be dropping down, able to take down RU Fire from behind as Fame finds one, Dire finds another. It's all on NMT. Doing wide, he'll find one, he'll find two. Actually, a great 2K from him. As with Dire and Fame get absolutely deleted there. However, S Gaming have the economy and they have the rounds. STV going to be buying up into this fully, hoping to collapse the momentum that S Gaming have been able to accumulate over the course of the last 18 rounds. Find one, that's just what they needed. Fame unable to trade as well. His teammates unable to trade Fame as he falls. It's all going to fall to Facility as well. S2V now, 2-man advantage. This is just what they needed. Davik going to take down RU Fire and S2V. This is exactly what they needed. They don't have the economy to be losing players. They don't have the economy to be losing rounds. And luckily for them, this is just where they put a change to that. Kisa though, open hand. That player has been absolutely incredible these last, well, for the entire first half. That flash goes out. Davik going to chuck a nade. We'll hit him down to 60 HP. As the push comes out, and then finds Dire. Kisa finds one onto Canarito. He's going to push further. Going to scope up on shoulder instantly to try and find another player. Push. He'll take down Kisa. And S2V find their 6th. And S Gaming still have a massive advantage. We've got Kisa going 28-6 for S Gaming, completely decimating S2V. As that A take coming out from S Gaming. Doesn't prevent any push from S2V, as there's a fair amount of molly damage taken on Senator. As the Usil goes down, S Gaming on this full spy stacks up towards A, hoping to maybe catch some players off guard. However, waiting. Made. Dire gonna open it up, finding Elenox. As remaining players now barreling it up, it's getting themselves into position for this set piece. That molly on standby, going to prevent any further push. So U-Fire leaving the charge. He does only have a UMP to his name. And Canarito finding one, Canarito finding two. However, the trade is there. Kisa taking him down. That bomb being picked up. It puts S Gaming into a 3 versus 2 for the bomb site. Kisa, that molly going to force players away as well. Davig taking burn damage before he falls off. He's going to go down towards center site. As the execution comes out from S Gaming, Kisa finds Davig. On NMP, Kisa tears his head clean off as he finds 31 in just 21 rounds. And SUV now pushing up towards this base fight very quickly. Fame dropping that molly towards ground. The follow-up push is there though. He swings on right, taking out that first player. He'll find a second, almost finding a third though, as Canarito able to trade. Bam is perfect as he'll fall to 30 or 50 HP. Canarito falls. Doing a spam from Elenox. He will find Senator in trades, but they are still a man down. And as the shots ring out, Elenox, his life in grave danger. Plant will come through, and there's no real way for STV to cancel this. Silly, let me back down a little bit. Dire able to find Elenox. As Fire takes him down, and S Gaming hit match point. 15-6, they lead. See the set piece come out from S Gaming, a bit of a default. Taking a little bit of damage, being tagged down, just 26 HP. Start the round, Vasily finds one. Senator able to find Elenox, and spam finally takes him down. Canarito able to get into an aggressive position. Savik it will attempt to find RU-Fire, he will. The follow-up from Kisa is there though. It gets me found just yet, and Canarito taking complete control. Now through that smoke, seeing what he can find. Vasily aggressing in mid for that player coming up. The leg is there, Canarito finds Senator. Vasily finds Kisa. Dire takes down Canarito to trade. 1 versus 3 now for Dire. Dire having chosen this B site, the push comes to NMP takes the round. S Gaming 15-7, they lead. As this Gaming actually going for a bit of a force buy as well. We see them with just Eagle in hand. It's going to be a hero AK buy on RU-Fire, Kisa, and Dire. SUV on the other hand, just clinging to the economy that they have, which is a fan mass in the hands of Elenox. They favour that utility, wanting to damage S Gaming before they even have to take these gunfights. And Vasily opens it up, tearing the head clean off of RU-Fire. Molly doesn't work. S Gaming is not looking good for them. Follow-ups there though, Vasily takes down Thedator. Issa finds Canarito to trade. As Fame, actually, rather than even clearing shoulder, he just wants to barrel it up towards the fight. Find out that play on 5 seconds, but a great spray transfer for him. As Enanox now going to fall on away. 2 versus 2 for S Gaming now. It's the Molly as the flash goes down. Issa aggressing forward. And he'll be found through the smoke, actually. It'll be a 1 versus 2 for Dire now. So he also hugs that smoke, waiting for players to run into him. Swing is there. NMT will win the 1 versus 1 and secure S2V the 8th round, keeping S Gaming on match point.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
From S Gaming, we are going to see just pistols coming out from them as they look for do a fast play towards mid. That smoke early on, and Davik instantly being dinked by Dire there. Push continuing to come on through. That's a great nade. NMT finding one, Vasily finding another. NMT finding a second of his own as the push continues to go in towards T spawn. Actually, Silly going to be trapped around. He will be able to take down Gisa, but from behind, Snator will find him. Orb in hand. What damage can he do with it? As he'll find NMT. Follow up right there as Davik will find him. STV now on the road to hit double digits as S Gaming. 15-9 they lead, and there will be another force buy coming out from, well, a full buy coming out from them. Kisa going to have that Orb against Vasily, also Orping. As we've seen that duel from both players throughout the game now, S2V looking to get aggressive towards A stairs. However, despite that B ramp, Fame going to be pushing up with his team. IE5 going to be late with that bomb, bringing it towards ramp. S2V now playing a bit passive towards this A site. The flash comes off. Canarito going to be spotted on the backside and have to fall away. He'll be taken down instantly by Fame. The follow-up isn't there though. The trade can't be found. As Kisa able to find Vasily winning the Orb duel. The plant is going to come through, and S2V have a 3 versus 5 retake to win. Shots to be ring out. Fame finds Ananox. It's all on NMT and Davik. Davik just seeing what he can find. Wary of that player towards the pillar. Senator shifts on forward, able to get to that site. The plant comes through. Flash goes out, the push comes forward. Davik and NMT finding kills instantly. 3 versus 2 now, and as Kisa finds NMT, it's all on Davik. 1 versus 3, he'll shift forward with that A1S. Seeing what player he can find, but Fame tears his head clean off. And S Gaming taking down S2V. We saw on Vertigo there that S Gaming, absolutely incredible. They played around the AWP that they had for Kisa extremely well. We saw time and time again, he would be hitting multi-kills before the rounds even really started. Again, every time players came into him, he would get that kill, fall on, get another kill, and continuously just open up the game for S Gaming. I think he went 32 kills in what was about 21 rounds, an absolute blinder of the game played by him. S2V, of course, didn't really have any standout players, but they worked well as a team, and that was what allowed them to continue to get those rounds, to string them together, because when you rely very heavily on one player, you can't expect them to do it for 16 rounds in a row. Granted, the first couple of rounds were absolutely amazing by Kisa. His team were absolutely able to help him. Unfortunately for them, the comeback did come through from S2V. It wasn't enough. S Gaming take Vertigo 16-12. We should be going to an ad break fairly shortly, I hope. Hello and welcome as we go live in just a moment into the Dice versus Team Ground. Both teams, of course, having got to the semi-finals of CSGO Fight Night Season 2 qualifier. The Dice probably being the favourites going into this. You know, the French team have been together a fair while. Players like XPG having got experience on teams like LDLC before we go into this. Ground, on the other hand, being fairly new, not quite having broken into the scene just yet. However, the map's going to be Nuke. We're going to be going live into this very, very soon, as we should just transition now. Of course, we've got the Dice starting on that CT side. Going to be Ground on that T side as we go into this. Actually, it's going to open up with the knife, actually, rather than the pistol round. And as the swishing and slashing goes left and right, going to be a 1 versus 1. Pollock's will win it, and the Dice going to start on that CT side in this best of 1 series. And we're going to go live into the pistol round now as the Dice go on against Ground. Looking at the utility buy from NMV on behalf of Ground, it's a fairly weak buy. It would just be a smoke, a molly and a nade. On the Dice, it would just be a smoking kit in the hands of XPG. And we see a lot of the time CTs really just favour this full armor buy, so that's not too surprising amount of utility. Ground going for a fast push towards Ramp. NMV going to find Pollock to open it up. As Can4 looking to push into Mini there to try and get a bit of a trade. Not going to find NMV. That's the look. Dojo now going to be in a difficult position as needs to be better able to take him down as Joko falls. Not going to swing wide, maybe try and cancel the plant. However, not able to find anything. He'll be dinked down. Eno able to find him. 2 versus 4 now. Can4 able to take down Eno. Goes into 2 versus 3, and XPG going to leave that single door with his team, going to close it right there, and a smoke and defuse could be all that they need. The tap comes forward, the defuse being stuck, and actually this could be perfect for him, as Can4 fights needs to be better, and the defuse comes through. Knife in hand as well, and Killtech preventing any further knife kill from XPG. However, the bomb able to be defused, that does allow the Dice to get that first round. From the jaws of defeat, really, being able to use that kit and smoke single-handedly saved them there against the, I believe that was 4 players remaining from Ground. We'll see the force up as well. Will be the odd AK on Soul. The remaining players are going to be holding on to Deals, Mac-10s, Galils, fairly weak buy all around. The Dice, on the other hand, are going to be favouring these SMGs to be 3 MP9s in their hands as they look to execute towards what could potentially be A right now. Maybe a bit of a split coming through as well, as outside control just being teased a bit here as both players, well, as all the players not using smokes, just shifting forward, trying to get contact rather than smoking players out of position. See that utility go out towards A. The Dice going to get that opening as Can4 able to find one. Joko going to find needs to be better as well. Endo looking to try and trade, though. He will eventually find a Joko. However, XPG from behind able to trade his teammates. And in the space of a couple of seconds, Ground using their entire lineup. Solb going to fall to Nonic as well, as NMV going to be that remaining player. Deagle in hand, and Can4 will be able to take him down. The Dice make it 2 against Ground. And of course, that was a force buy from Ground, so it will just be a eco coming out from them. The odd deagle here and there, but the likelihood is there won't be much armor to be found either. Eno going to be the only player with armor. The likelihood is if they're able to catch out the odd gun here or there, it'll be dropped straight to him, preventing that aim punch from nullifying the use of an extra gun. As the push comes out towards mid, XPG just tapping away with that Famas, trying to find the odd kill But realizing against Eagles, he might as well just fall on back and play the range game. Pollock in mid. Swing wide, he'll take down. He won't actually, he's full flash by his teammate. As XPG able to trade though onto Killtech. As Pollock's unable to find a kill there, a bit sloppy as well. Enno's actually got to get onto the safe site as well. Can 4 able to take him down though before any further trade is made. As Ground's almost having complete A control there, however the trade is perfect. XPG able to find Soul, and now NMV gonna be the last remaining player. Needs to be better. Falls to count 4 as well. And Ground having done very little with these Deagles. XPG tearing the head clean off of NMV. 3-0 now, the Dice lead against Ground. We fast mulling towards single vents there, as we do see a full buy coming out from, well, a full buy coming out from Ground. There won't be an AWP in the hands, so I would assume Endo. And Nonic swinging wide, he'll take down Endo. Killtech able to trade though. XPG will find the follow-up as the trade is there. Cam4 taking Soul to try and aggress. Pollox is still there in such a close position without, well, whilst being unknown, there are many players from Ground going to be caught off guard completely. Pollock's find that first player. The follow-up is there from NMV. He's going to try and take him down, spamming as best as he can. That nade's going to stack him down further. Can4 going to support his teammate, and the Dice make it 4. Ground's going to be on just pistols and armor as they look to commit fairly heavily towards that side. Soul, we're going to find XPG. Follow up from Nonic as well, tapping down what he can. As let's take down that first player. The follow up is there. He'll take down a second. A great headshot in response. Cam4 going to find Killtech. ZMV and needs to be better. Going to be these remaining players. ZMV was able to get into vents. He's going to prevent any drop to come down. At least allowing some form of rotation, but as he falls on away, there are still players on site ready for NMV. So tap comes through Joko. That's big wide and take him down. The plant cancel needs to be better. Outnumbered, outguns, and out positions. The Joko makes it 5 for the Dice. And the Ground now, with this max loss bonus, they're going to be going into a full buy. Will be all in the hands of Killtech. Remaining players with utility and AKs. Killtech with no utility of his own, but that won't matter too much. But Joko is still on a FAMAS right now. NFV going for a fast push towards single door. So we can crank down instantly. Can4 going to find Killtech, and that's the opening that the Dice needed. There's nothing else to be found from Ground. XPG able to take down Enno as well. As Can4 finds NMV, the follow-up is there, and it is just as many 2 players in a 2 versus 5 Soul, and needs to be better, trying to take on the might of the Dice. Nonic finding Soul. Swinging wide, he'll find 1 at least onto Can4. The follow-up potentially there as he looks to extend a bit further. Pollock's going to take him down. The Dice 6-0 as they lead against Ground. And we're going to see a timeout come out from Ground now, trying to decide what do you do to beat the Dice. Well, the Dice, they haven't really been doing anything special with their setups other than that fast outside take. They've really just been winning the Angels. So for Ground at least, it'll probably be going together, maybe trying to play off each other to hopefully take a gun off of the Dice and maybe start hammering their economy a bit. Ground, so we see Joko on 11k, Pollock's on 10. Remaining players on a fairly large amount of money themselves. It's going to be no issue at all for them to buy into this as well continually. Ground now. Going to be, as we go live into this, going to be a bit of a weak buy from them. They are just going to be getting onto pistols and a little bit utility, maybe enough for an execute, as it looks like they are going to be taking outside control with these pistols. Maybe trying to get into secret and try something fast towards B. However, the DICE seem to be fairly wary of this. They're not even fighting them for outside. There will be the odd player here and there dotted about towards heaven, but that'll be it. Can 4 going to prevent any dive into vents as well. Nonic's going to be at the ready. Needs to be better, going to fall instantly, and that's the first opening found by the DICE. So many players pushing forward, and that's the first found by Nonic. The follow-up nade going to do a fair bit of damage as well. Mark comes through that door. Unfortunately, Nonic may have timed out there, and that might be awful for the DICE. Is Solby able to take down Can 4 as well? Warlock's going to find Solby. XPG will find NMV. As it all falls down to just Eno, and, you know, he'll actually swing wide, taking down to Joko. Close that door, preventing any further push. He'll take down XPG as well, with 1 bullet remaining. It's all on Pollox now. Sneakers on Pollox gonna fall. Eno, a great 1 versus 4 for him there. Taking down the remaining players and finding Grond their first rounds. The DICE, their round lead reduced to just 5 rounds, and unfortunately, that must be awful for Pollox there to time out. Nonic to time out while hugging that door there. Absolutely unfortunate for him, allowing Grond to essentially win the round. However, it is a chance for the DICE to reset Grond. We'll see that AWP take contact outside. XPG going to find those players as those nades land around him. He's going to fall on away. He will be able to escape. And a double AWP setup from the DICE coming into play here. Needs to be better. Tearing the head off to Joko to open it up. That AWP is there. Nonic going to find Eno. The trade is there. Needs to be better. Having a great 2k for him so far. We're going to see the response being a push in towards lobby by Pollox, as he turns to hold any push towards A. Finding XPG. Follow into that. Pollox finding 1. Canfor finding another. Soulbeat finding Canfor. And as that smoke goes down, Pollox in a 1 versus 1. That nade's going to be perfect. It'll find Soul. As he falls on away. That nade, absolutely beautiful. Needs to be better now. Has to push to get that bomb. Now he does have it. It's allowed Pollox to rotate away almost instantly. He can go wherever he pleases and needs to be better. It's going to be none the wiser as he awaits a further push. 30 seconds left now. Needs to be better. Deciding to push this A site. And Pollox wary for it as we see him hugging these vents, waiting for the drop to come through. And with 20 seconds left, the second he hears that fake plant, he'll be able to dive on up. Try and challenge it as the plant comes through. Pollox jumping up instantly. And he's going to buy himself a bit of time. Not quite sure if he will hear it, as needs to be better. In Hunt's going to be hugging that wall. Contact is made, and Pollox going to take him down, winning the 1 versus 2 and securing the DICE to reset onto Grond there. And that was a beautiful 1 versus 2. He got the damage in. He saw his teammate get that player as he dropped on down. And that nade just bounced and ran with Kiltech there, instantly taking him down. And allowing Pollox to secure the DICE the 7th as they lead 7-1 against Grond. As Grond now going again for an outside play. We'll see them on a full buy as well. Kiltech able to force into this with an AWP. They'll actually have armor. And the utility for Grond's a bit lackluster. They do have a fair few smokes, but the flashes are that to be desired. That's just enough for maybe 1 take and a little bit of a retake. Or 1 take and a little bit of a site defense. And those AWPers just inches away from killing each other here. Bush comes forward and Kiltech takes down XPG. He'll be legged for his worries. As Nonic now dropping down into vents, ready to hold secret again. We saw him do it effectively before. Have to see just what he gets done this time. This time he plays a bit of a more aggressive angle, waiting for players to come to him. As the DICE just giving up outside completely to Grond. And we see a response, they're just going to push around, waiting to maybe wrap on this A site. Canfor going to hear these players around him as well if one accidentally makes a bit of noise. as they shift on closer. Djoko finding one, Djoko finding two. NMV able to trade though, 3 versus 3 now. And Nonic should be wary of it not being this B take. Cam 4 is going to be wary of these players in towards ramp as well. If he drops from heaven, he's going to be a rock in a hard place. He will. He'll take down NMV, and that's the bomb. The timing is absolutely perfect for him. As with 15 seconds left now, they have to go to the safe site. Eno leading the charge. Kiltech gonna miss his shot as well. That bomb getting towards the ace site, and he's alone. The push comes through. Pollock's finding Eno. It's all on Kiltech now. 3 seconds left in the round, and he has to run away. Can 4 getting the high ground, and Can 4 raining death from above. As the Dice make it 8-1 now, as they start walking all over Grond. As Djoko now going to spot that player towards ramp. Unfortunately, he won't push any further. Grond's going to be on just pistols and armor again, facing the prospect of having to buy badly against the Dice here. XPG finding needs to be better as well. That's a great opening to be found from the Dice. Actually, Nonic now aggressing out from Secret. He's going to see that Ronda being very passive, pushing back down towards lobby, giving up with this outside control, and Cam falling on away, wary of that push. NMV lining up smoke to be used, and I believe that's either Secret or A, as it goes flying, and that's actually an amazing smoke landing. Perfectly smoking off Mini, as Grond now go for the execute towards that ace site. Djoko finding one, Soul able to trade. As the many players now go out towards ramp, it was a fake 30 seconds left now. They need to move quickly. There is actually a player laying in wait though, as Nonic will take down Eno. The follow-up is there though. Solb gonna take him down. NMV finding Cam for XPG able to trade. Solb now 1 versus 2. There are players around him. He needs to move quickly. That plant being tapped down. He's gonna hear the drop actually. He's gonna hear that orbital single got ready for him. From behind though, Pollox will find him, and the Dice make it 9-1 as they lead against Grond.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And Grond now again going to be on a bit of a full buy as the push comes down towards outside. XPG spotting those players and just chucking a nice little nade. That's actually going to do a fair bit of damage to NMV. There are 50 damage nade to open it up for the Dice. As Nonic now, this double up setup proving to be perfect for the Dice. We'll see Nonic aggressing up from Secrets. Grond having got outside control, they are just being a bit quiet with it. Not committing to anything too heavily. As the peaks haven't come through just yet. Nonic though ready and waiting. And Grond having got outside control, are almost backing away a bit. Looks like they're going to head back down towards ramp and potentially push from there. Canfor in Hut. Maybe that point of contact, and Grond now committing to this A hit. Canfor turning away from the first flash. He'll get that first player. That Molly going to support him as needs to be better. Finding 2 very quick headshots. Kiltech finding XPG. Djoko from behind now is going to have to try and find some players. Goes into a 3 versus 2. 2 versus 2 now as Kiltech in that corner going to be spammed down, and Djoko will fall. Fortunately, it is all in the hands of Nonic now. 1 versus 2. And with both players down towards Squeaky, he's got his work cut out for him. push comes forward. Nonic realizing he's made noise. He's going to hit that first player in towards vents. Smoke goes down on that bomb. The tap comes through. And it's not quite a stick just yet. The flash goes off. Unfortunately, he turns from it. Soul able to take him down, and Grond find their second. 9-2 now. The Dice lead against Grond. And the push comes through. Camfor finding one. Eno finding two of his own. And the Dice, even though they'd won so many rounds in a row, it's actually an eco from them. CZ's all around. However, it's been perfect for them. They've been able to find these first kills. Needs to be better taking down XPG. But the Dice, guns in hand, they don't quite have the armor as Grond look to commit to this B site. Let's have to see just what the Dice have in store for us. Joko going to hear them on B, and it looks like the Dice might just choose to save.
Bomb has been planted.
And just like that, with the Dice saving, Grond's going to secure themselves a third round. And if they can make this 9-6, then they are by all means not out of this. You know, 9-6 on, well, the most recent nuke, by all means, is a respectable scoreline for both teams. Grond will still have to win that pistol round, but it isn't out of their reach, so to say.
Terrorists win.
As Grond now going to go for again another outside to take. It's actually going to be a fast scope in. It's from Squeaky towards the door with Killtech. Follow-up nade is going to be there as full buy comes in from the Dice. There won't be that double AWP setup though that we regularly see in the hands of Nonic. XBG going to be that lone AWPer towards Secret. And Grond now, after going in towards the lobby, we see them stacking up towards ramp. It looks like it will potentially be a beta of the splits coming through here. XPG Molly out of secrets. The Joko wary on ramp, knowing that the likelihood is there'll be some players around him. Spot that first player, dinking down Eno, not killing him though. And rather than falling back, he does hold firm. Killtech able to find him though as he looks to re-aggress. 35 seconds left now. And this push from Grond actually has to come in fairly soon. As Nonic clears outside XPG. Wary of any push towards B. Nonic going to hold any push towards Heaven. And Grond coming down from ramp. It's actually going to turn their attention back down towards lobby. Which ready to come through. And the Dice wary for it. Canfor is in a perfect position. Eno going to find Nonic. N4 going to find one. He's going to find two. That's the bomb. And that has to be it. And with that, Pollux finds NMV. Canfor finding a third for himself. A fourth for himself. As he takes down Eno. And the Dice with the jaws of defeat there. A beautiful 4K off the back of Canfor will allow the Dice to hit double digits before at round 15. 10-3 now as they lead against Grond. And Grond, they've kind of lost most of that loss bonus, so we are going to see just a MAC 10 in the hands of Eno. Nonic, on the other hand, going to be playing for an MP9, maybe underestimating the economy of Grond. Looks like it would be a fast play towards Huts. Unfortunately, that was denied by that Molly. As XPG scoped up towards Silo, he could be a rock in a hard place right now. That flash is actually going to save his life. Little does he know. So that's the first player coming out. No spot to be found, and XPG finds needs to be better. That's the opening for the Dice that they needed. NMV, though, a great trade, though. XPG falling. And Nonic now dropping into vents. Going to be that point of contact if they choose to push towards secrets. As he'll spot those players towards outside, he'll pick up that up. He'll scope in, ready for that push. He'll spot those players, and then he's going to make a bit of noise, realising that he's probably been spotted. As Grond, 45 seconds remaining, and they've gone deathly quiet. They are still stacked up outside, ready for what could potentially be an ace split now. You see them hugging that corner, letting the dice get into their own heads before pushing around. And as they come towards Mini, Pollox finds one. Pollox almost finding a second though. NMV able to trade. Will be on Can 4. Spot that first player, I'll swing wide. He'll find a second as well. Almost finding a third. He will find a third onto Eno. And get away before that Molly kills him. 3 kills from him. So he goes 24-6 in the first half here. The dice leading 11-3. As we're going to see the Grond now push up towards ramp. Going to be a fast ramp take actually. Joko going to be there for his teammate though. He'll find one, he'll find two. The trade is there from Killtech though. Molly going to allow that. Max actually going to drop into the Molly. The CZ trying to ring true. Killtech able to take him down though. Can4 trading onto NMV. As Can4 is actually going to exchange places with the bomb. As he takes down Killtech. Soul on Soul. He was able to get into secret. Fortunately, would he be able to get anything done? No, he won't. Pollox will find him, and the dice leads 12-3 on Nuke. And, well, these dice have rolled 2 6s. Dice absolutely decimating the CT half of Nuke. We'll just have to see what they can get done on this T side. And for Grond to even have just a glimmer of hope, they're going to need this pistol round. Joko making contact outside in the dice. Going to be using that as an opportunity to explode. They send on ramp. Eno going to be the point of contact, trying to tap down what he can. Unfortunately, he's overwhelmed. Can4 going to find him. As needs to be better, able to trade onto Polax. Can4 finding needs to be better. XPG taking down Killtech. Sol trying to run away. However, he's trapped and encircled. He's able to escape into vents. And NMV will find Nonic to trade. 2 versus 3 now for Grond. As the pushes come through, NMV able to find Can4 as well. Sol taking down XPG. It's all onto Joko, the only player without armor. As he'll take down Sol to open it up. A great little tap with that P250. Trying to find that second player. He will take down NMV, and the dice from the jaws to defeat that round was swinging both ways throughout it until the very end. In that 1 versus 1, the dice are victorious, making it 13-3, a 10-round lead against Grond as they force up with Deagles and the odd bit of utility. The dice not wanting to take any prisoners. It will be 3 MAC-10s in their hands as they barrel it towards A. It looks like it will be a fast push towards ramp as well. Contact has been made. Eno needs to go huge here. He'll find one before falling on away. That could be just what he needed. As the follow-up continues wrapping around, it will be a push down towards heaven. Eno's going to hear all of this. As Polox goes quiet after coming up. And then wrapping around from outside, going down towards Garage, and then maybe Mini. This is a beautiful position from Polox right now. As the dice with an absolute positional advantage right now. Going quiet, that nade's going to do a fair bit of damage to Killtech. Polox real wary of a player towards secret. And Solb actually tearing his head clean off the dice now. 3 versus 5 against the force of Grond. That needs to be a better finds Nonic. This is beautiful for Grond. Kiltech takes down kill 4. This is disgusting, and the Deagle's absolutely perfect for Grond there, instantly taking down the Dice. And that is just marksman precision from Grond there, allowing the Dice to just walk straight into their crosshair. You see them just categorically shut down around the map. As the Dice now going to be on a force buy of their own against the 4 M4s of Grond. And as that nade goes down, looks like it will be a fast push towards. They run through that molly, and the molly is perfect. Needs to be better. Finds 2 instantly. As the Joko swings on wide. Kiltech finds the Joko. The spam continuing to come on through. XPG from behind will find Eno. Follow-up is there as well. Have XPG without armor. He'll tap up towards heaven, and Kiltech will find 2. Allowing Grond to make it 5 in the Dice. Going to be on an eco. And as the spray comes down from outside, these Glocks from the Dice just looking to maybe push out, maybe catch a player off guard here and there. They're not really going to be able to win a round, so they are just hoping to catch the odd gun out of position. Soul going to stay ahead, clean off the Joko on Silo. The follow-up is there as well, just trying to tap down what he can. The follow-up dink will come through. Soul dropping to just 40 HP, as it has allowed Cam4 to get close actually. Kiltech able to take him down though, as Soul will find Polox. XPG and Nonic going to be these remaining players. And that player may have been spotted towards outside. He will be. The spam is there, and unfortunately Eno, such a large amount of HP, will still fall. XPG actually has been able to get down towards B. He'll drop from ramp. I think he was spotted though. Bomb in hands. He'll desperately try to get to the site as he is executed. Trying to plant. Needs to be better. We'll find him. And Grond find their 6th round. 6. Well, the Dice leading 13-6 now. As that nade goes down towards door, Grond going to be pushing fast towards ramp actually. Eno going to be that point of contact. He'll take down the first, he'll take down the second, and his teammate will help him find the third. Cam4 going to find Eno. These remaining 2 players down. 2 versus 3 for the Dice as they spam through. Soul finds Cam4. It's all on Nonic now, and he has been able to get towards B. He'll try and reload as he pushes down. However, it needs to be better. I realise his name actually needs to be better. Needs to be better. Finding Nonic and Grond now, making a bit of a comeback as they make it 7. It will be a full buy coming out from the Dice though. And Grond, even though they made a comeback, they still need 6 rounds in a row to even come close to the Dice right now. As the nades go out to what could potentially be a fast outside take, or the fast ramp drop. Trying to catch off a player towards Mini, however, none's been found. NMV really spraying into that single, or into that squeaky break, trying to catch off the odd player. And as contact is made, XPG going to be fighting what he can before falling on away. Kiltech going to be on ramp to support his teammate as Warlock's wary of that player in towards Secret. He's going to fall down to just 19 HP. As those smokes go out, XPG on singled or on Squeaky. Trying to find that player towards him. As that mini smoke goes down, Soul's going to be running on away, and the flank comes through towards A. That molly almost hitting NMV, as needs to be better, will be there to support him. 30 seconds left now, and the Dice need to move somewhere quickly. Looks like it will be this beast like the plant comes through, and Gronds don't have much of a response. Kiltech through the smoke will find Cam4. However, it does go into a 5 versus 4 retake for this B site. As Pollox will find Eno, Soul will find XPG. 3 versus 4 now. And Kiltech, wary of a player from behind, he'll take down Pollox. He's not wary of the second player though. As the push comes out. And Joko from behind as well. We'll be seeing what he can find. First player taken down. Nonic fighting first. Nonic finding a second. Joko finding was one of his own. And Nonic finding a third. And the dice. 2 versus 4. That positional advantage completely decimating Grond there. In that retake, they allowed them to walk into the trap of that site and just springed it on them, completely shutting them down. As Grond, again now, going for an outside control. Sorb going to be playing close. The dice, though, going to be fighting them for it. And Sorb now, if he pushes through at the right time, he's going to be in a perfect position. But as the spam lands around him, he's going to hear those players. He'll swing wide, and from behind, Nonic. It won't even matter. Nonic just turning around and killing him. Needs to be better exchanging places as well with the AWPer of XPG. Needs to be better, actually. He needs to be careful. As XPG, if he turns around at the right time, he might be able to catch him off guard. Push comes through. He needs to be better now, just accelerating towards outside, trying to catch the odd player off guard. As NFV now, as he comes out of Hut, XPG is going to be able to take him down. He wasn't expected there at all. And that's the A site secured by XPG. We'll be able to find that AWPer as well of Kiltech. He won't be able to take him down though. As the flash goes out, that player will still be outside. Dejoko finds Kiltech. Eno and Need to be better. Going to be playing for this retake. Need to be better. It's going to be kicking himself. XPG will take him down. And both players just exchanging position in Squeaky Door there. And that spells the end for Grond. Or Grond even. They don't have much economy at all. The dice have so much. They're ready to buy into this fully. Grond's just going to be on deagles and armor. It's worked for them before, but will it work for them now? As we're going to see Grond now going into, again, a bit of a default, just trying to play for info. Sob going to have that AUG, the only real weapon in the hands of Grond. As the Serpies goes out towards outside, the dice going to be leading that charge. Drop comes through, contact made, and needs to be better. Takes down to Joko. Follow up from AUG, not quite seen. Can4 able to find, need to be better, and AUG comes through, finding 2 quick kills onto Pollox and Can4. That AWP from XPG, unable to find that garage player either. And Grond seem to be doing better without guns than when they have a full buy. XPG just waiting for that player to shift towards him. Push comes through, Nonic covering the distance. Follow-up flash will allow Nonic to take him. So let's take Sorbig down, and that's a beautiful take. That double flash allowing Grond to be completely spread apart. We can see XPG favouring. That's M4 as the execution comes forward towards the safe site. The push to follow. Kiltech will find Nonic as XPG will fall to Eno. And Grond finds their 8th with lackluster guns to say the least. It will still be a full buy from the dice as they do have the economy to go into this again. But they're facing the prospect of being reset. Next round they may be forced down to just pistols and armor or potentially another force buy. As it looks like Fast Smoke's out towards outside right now as these nades go down. As Pollock single-handedly fighting for outside control. He goes through the smoke, he's in danger of spotting that player. He will take down Sol B though, he'll be dinked in the process though. As the follow-up is there, Kiltech able to take him down. Can4 aggressing, maybe wanting to try and hit a follow-up as need to be better, falling to just 10 or 20 HP. 3-man stack towards the safe site from Grond. Jojoko finding Killtech, and Grond needs to find this trade. Jojoko actually able to get behind instantly. Eno gonna find one, gonna find two in ramp. However, Nonic able to take him down. 2 versus 2 now. And Grond completely unaware as to where the dice could be going. As push comes forward, Nonic now going up towards heaven. Joko leading, and that's the one place they could have got away with. You see them pushing forward now. Gonna work beautifully in their favour. Tap comes through. Almost spotted. However, the plant will follow. 15 seconds left now. And need to be better. 20 HP. See, with the help of NMV, is going to hope to take down the entirety of the dice and to get the defuse in time. You have a kit. Spam goes down, and Nonic being dinked down. How did Joko find that first play? The second found by Nonic. And with that, the dice take it 16-8 on Nuke. They advance to the finals to take down Majesty in the grand finals of this qualifier for CSGO Fright Night Season 2. I've been your caster, Kremmer3. I hope you guys all enjoyed watching, and we should see you fairly soon, actually, for the next qualifier. And again, oh, this was the last qualifier. We'll see you very soon for CSGO Fight Night Season 2. I will run a quick ad break and hope to see you all there.